No, what is the bumper playing? The game's already started. The game has started, yes. Aren't we on the coast?
Wildwood possession. Cape Bay personal foul number 42, Aaron Cottrell, his first team at games first. Wildwood possession.
All right, good evening, everyone. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot, and a little bit of a, I shouldn't even say a little bit of a late start, a very late start. We are live at the Seagull Classic here at Holy Spirit High School. Lower Cape May playing Wildwood. The game has just gone underway. There is no score. We'll get you the lineups momentarily. This game was supposed to start at 4:30, but they had a double overtime game here earlier. They had a long delay after a fire alarm went off. So they're way behind here at the reincarnated Seagull Classic at Holy Spirit High School. We've got a local matchup for you here on 98.7 The Coast. Wildwood wearing the maroon uniforms. If you're watching Matt Ulmer's live stream, they are moving from left to right as Kion Flanders for Wildwood scores the first points on a left wing three-pointer. Here's Pat Holden, goes over to Zach Sarasi, back to Holden. Holden's out there with Aaron Cottrell, Kamar Matthews, and Pat Moore. Wildwood has Flanders, Tyler Tomlin. Here's a tip, and we have the ball goes out of bounds off a missed shot hitting the basket support. Tyon Marrow, Donnie Rexepi, and Markel Matthews for Wildwood. Wildwood, of course, coached by Scott McCracken, Lower Cape May by Scott Holden. And here's Wildwood with the basketball, leading 3-0, 5.5 to go first quarter. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot. And again, you can go to Matt OCNJ on YouTube to watch a live video stream of this game. Lower Cape May in man-to-man defense. Here's Tyler Tomlin right side, puts the ball on the floor with the left hand, shoots a three, it goes in and out, and the rebound comes down to Lower Cape May's Aaron Cottrell. Pat Holden, 1-on-3. Now turns on the Jets, gets to the basket. His shot was blocked, but we have a foul as he was hit with the body, and Pat Holden will get 2 shots.
And as Brian said, it is the Seagull Classic, the rebirth, the brand new Seagull Classic, one that a lot of our listeners, I'm sure, were familiar with back in the 1970s, 1980s. And here it is coming out at Holy Spirit High School. And, this has always been a great event. And, we've seen some great games today, and everybody is really anticipating this matchup, this Wildwood Lower Cape May game.
And the interesting thing is, Buddy, this was kind of a boys showcase with a couple of girls games mixed in, and the best game of the day was the girls game. And that was Mainland beating Gloucester Catholic in double overtime. Pat Holden made the second of the 2 free throws. It's 3-1 Wildwood. Rexepi to the basket. He had a strip that goes out of bounds. Rexepi, of course, played at Lower Cape May last year before transferring to Wildwood. Flanders to inbound. Gets it in the corner to Tomlin. Tomlin fakes a three, steps in, 18-footer is long. Rebound brought down by Holden. Holden lobs it out to Martin Angelov, the freshman. Angelov had his pass tipped out of bounds. Mike Juarez comes into the game for Wildwood. That's the first sub of the game.
Well, Angelov is normally a starter, but tonight Tomar Matthews started in his place. So Angelov had just checked into the game, dead ball possession before.
Right,
Juarez. A little mix-up.
Yeah, Juarez was the first sub for Wildwood, I should have said. Angelov misses a three. Marrow the rebound for Wildwood. Here comes Flanders, center of the floor. Flips it over to Tomlin. In the corner, Matthews. In the post to Juarez. It got tipped out of his hands and out of bounds. One of the things we've seen with Wildwood this year, buddy, Kion Flanders led the state in scoring last year. He's not taking nearly as many shots, and they're getting a lot more balance this year.
Absolutely. Now, and saying that, Brian, we didn't have an opportunity because of the prolonged wait for this game to start. But Will Long injured his ankle in practice, and he is in street clothes tonight.
Right.
So he has been a big part of that balanced scoring.
Yeah, he's normally a starter. Here's Matthews, kind of loose with the dribble, but able to pick up the loose ball. Marrow dribble drive, kicks out. That's a good dribble drive and kick. Matthews for three, didn't get the bounce. Rebound brought down by Holden, and here comes Lower Cape May. Holden, center of the floor, kicks across to Angelov. Angelov flips back to Holden. Holden to the foul line area, kicks across to Sarasi, left wing. Now Lower Cape May will reset. Pat Moore against Markel Matthews. Moore lost the dribble, goes to Holden. Here's Moore to Cottrell, top of the key. Not a three-point threat, so they sag off of him, but Holden comes curling off a screen for three, but he missed that badly. Tomlin doubled at the division line, spins out of it nicely, kicks the Flanders in the corner for three. That's short, and the rebound brought down by Holden. Holden outlets to Sarasi. Sarasi doesn't have numbers, so he smartly backs away. Now spins to the basket, lays it up and in.
Wow, what a great move by Zach Sarasi, and he broke Mike Juarez's ankles as Juarez crumbled to the ground. That was a big-time move by the senior.
Marrow into the paint. He had it taken right out of his hands by Cottrell. Here goes Sarasi. Sarasi will pull up for three. That's going to be short. Rebound taken by Markel Matthews. Matthews pushes, center of the floor. Matthews still with the ball. Takes it right wing, goes to Juarez. Well, you're in transition. If you're Markel Matthews, you got to dribble to Flanders' side. How does he dribble away from him? And now Flanders will have the basketball and resets the offense. Well, Lower Cape May's in a 2-3 zone now.
A little bit of inexperience not playing with Kion, but he's got to get, like you just said, if you're going to play that side of the floor, you got to learn how to play the two-man game with him.
Tyler Tomlin just knocked down a right wing three, so Wildwood's up 6-4. Both of Wildwood's baskets on three-point shots. Pat Holden for Lower Cape May working against Tyler Tomlin. Holden trying to break him down into the paint, kicks to Moore. Moore resets the offense. This is a tough matchup here for Juarez. Moore trying to get past him. Juarez does a nice job, makes him give it up. Moore gets it back in the corner. Bounces out, pass is tipped into the backcourt by Tomlin, but it's picked up by Holden. Holden kicks Angelov for three, and that's like a layup for him. Yeah, a wide open right wing three, and he knocked it down.
And a good job that time by Pat Holden going after that loose ball and then bringing it back and recognizing as he broke past his man, but found Angelov wide open on the right wing.
Flanders into the lane, got his own rebound, and then made the mistake of putting it on the floor and had it stolen by Angelov. Here's Cottrell. Bounces down to Angelov. The layup is good.
Mark Angelov, the assist for Cottrell.
8-6. Lower Cape May on top. 1:12 to go first quarter.
And just like that, Lower Cape May on a little flurry right here at the end of this first quarter.
Marrow for three. That's no good. Rebound. Kept alive by Juarez and knocked out of bounds by Lower Cape May. Couple of subs in. Cade Bonner and Dave Dorham for Lower Cape May, and Max McGrath and Donnie Rexepi for Wildwood. So two forwards apiece come in for each team. Flanders to trigger the inbound. Lobs it out to Matthews. Rexepi for three. I don't know if that's the shot that they want. And the rebound's brought down by Lower Cape May, but Dorham too hot on the pass and throws it through the hands of Pat Holden. And Wildwood will have it.
Well, Coach Scott McCracken subs into the game, and Rexepi comes back in off the bench. You absolutely do not want to see him fire a three-pointer like that. He needs to try and penetrate.
Matthews down the lane, and he is fouled. That was screaming for someone to stand in front and take a charge. I mean, Matthews went in like a bull in a china closet, but no one from lower stepped over. And then when Kamar Matthews did, it was too late.
And Kamar Matthews picks up his that's his first personal foul.
McGrath a shot, no good. What a great rebound on the offensive end by Flanders, and he got the roll. Flanders skied above all challengers, pulled down the rebound, and went up and scored. The clock is not running with 47 seconds to go, and the officials now are going to stop it. Now they finally start the clock. It's going to be Lower Cape May possession. I don't know why the clock would have stopped there.
The answer's too obvious, so I won't pick on the person. But the score is now 8-8. The clock was running, and the score wasn't changed on the basket. But we've got everything correct now.
Holden down the lane, kicks out to Durham. Durham bounces to Matthews, stripped by Flanders. Flanders to the basket, and the layup is good. He did a great job of holding off the challenge from Martin Angelov, and Wildwood leads it by 2. 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Angelov right side, kicks to Durham. Durham right back to Angelov for 3, bang.
And I'll tell you what, great job that time by Durham. He got the ball kicked to him on the inside, then he put it right back out to his teammate. And Angelov had his feet set and nothing but the bottom of the net.
Flanders a deep 3, off the iron, no good as time expires to end the period. And at the end of 1, it is Lower Cape May 11, Wildwood 10. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Today the efforts here this weekend will be conducting a 50-50 for each game. The winner will be drawn during the second half. See Jetta. She circles the gymnasium, selling at 50-50 tickets.
Just a 30.
1 for 5, 3 for
all
10.
30s unless we say, please.
Which is only half the length of Atlantic County for $20. The South Jersey Basketball Summit Organization thanks you for your help.
All right, we are back at Holy Spirit High School for the Seagull Classic. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot and Matt Ulmer on the video. Check it out on YouTube or the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. 11-10 Lower Cape May on top of Wildwood. Warriors will have the ball to start the second period. Great crowds here today, Buddy, for the Seagull Classic.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, you could tell a lot of people wanted to get out and take a ride, and it's a short ride up here.
Cabin fever, man.
Cabin fever, but this gym has had a great crowd since 10:30 this morning when the first game tipped off between Middle Township and St. Augustine Prep.
And Middle gave the Prep a scare before losing that one 54-49. Pass down low, no good on the shot by Matthews, but Rexepi tips it up and in for the basket to give Wildwood the lead again at 12-11.
And what happens right there is Lower Cape May has got to recognize and box out.
Sarasi for 3, no good. Rebound batted around, taken by Lower Cape May, and now it's stolen by Wildwood. Here's Flanders running up the left side. Flanders is fouled by Angelov.
And that will be the first personal foul on the freshman, Martin Angelov. He picks up his first. It's going to be the 4th team foul. Or make that 3rd team foul. The scoreboard has been wreaking havoc here all day.
Tomlin for 3, bang! Out of his hand, buddy. That shot looked short. It just kept carrying and hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And Wildwood now has a 15-11 lead over Lower Cape May.
And you're right, we had a great angle as he shot that ball on the angle right in front of us. And, that just goes to show you when you get your legs under your shot.
No basket foul.
Holden into the lane, he was fouled. Ended up making the shot, but the foul occurred at the top of the lane as he was driving. And Lower Cape May will inbound along the end line. 3 officials for this game: Billy Martin, Rich Sakosha, and Pat Killian. Cottrell gets it to Holden. Holden for 3, bang. Lower Cape May has made 3 3-pointers from that exact spot right in the right corner.
Took the words right out of my mouth. It's like when you say X marks the spot. Angelov has hit 2, Holden 1, and it's now 15-14. Wildwood on top. 6:40 to play, second quarter.
Tomlin now another 3. Bang! Tyler Tomlin. I believe that's his 3rd 3-pointer, buddy.
And 3 in a row.
And he's got 9 points, 18-14. Wildwood on top.
And again, nobody is getting out on Tyler, and he's taking advantage.
Holden to the foul line area. Jumpers off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped by Rexepi to Flanders. Flanders center of the floor. Flanders, oh, what a great bounce pass to Tomlin. The layup is good. And Lower Cape May wants a timeout. 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
30-second timeout taken by the Caper Tigers.
What station are you?
That's a good point. But you never know there.
Lower Cape May calls a timeout after a little run by Wildwood here. It was Lower was up 1 to start this quarter, and now Wildwood on a 10-3 run. They lead it 20-14. 6 minutes to go before halftime.
Give a quick shout out to one of our listeners, Paul Franco, sitting high atop the Bow Harbor.
In the penthouse.
In the penthouse.
Just steal by Wildwood. Rexepi to the basket, missed the layup. Markel Matthews misses a tip dunk instead of trying to just tip the ball in the basket. Pat Moore to the basket. That's no good. Play is a little ragged here. And now Flanders, the experienced senior, will slow things down. He has the ball in the right wing. Goes back to Rexepi. Rexepi kicks. Matthews passes down low to Marrow. Good feed into Rexepi. Missed the shot, but he tipped up his own miss it in.
And that time, good job there by Rexepi, sticking with his missed shot. And there again, Lower Cape May not getting anybody out there to box out, Brian. And Pat Holden with a nice drive to the left side of the rim.
There was a lot of trash talking going on between Rexepi and his former teammates. And that's something that...
Well, rarely do we see any of that type of emotion out of Patrick Holden.
No, exactly. Here's Flanders to the basket. Wild shot. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Now Lower Cape May running. Here's Angelov left side. Backs away, goes to Holden. Holden top of the key.
And as Brian said, Lower with the ball, 4:35 to play, second quarter. They trail by 6, 22-16.
Holden right side, goes to Moore. Moore fakes, kicks out. Angelov for 3. Short. Long rebound is tipped. Nice play by Sarasi to get it to Holden. Sarasi driving, kicked it back to Holden, nearly stolen by Matthews. And now we have a foul.
Markel Matthews, I mean, obviously he thought he saw an opportunity to try and pick Patrick Holden's pocket, but he did bang into him and knock him down and kind of looked incredulously at the official like, that's a foul?
In soccer, it would have been a nice shoulder challenge, buddy. This is not soccer. He can't bang into somebody and knock him to the floor.
Matthews picks up it could be his first foul, could be his second foul. It's been a mystery here all day with this scoreboard.
We'll sort it out at halftime when we get the official box. Here's Holden down the lane, rejected, and we have a foul though. And it looks like the foul will be whistled on Marrow. I think he got a clean block, but went through with the body, although the official indicated that it was on the arm. So either way, Holden will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Tion Marrow, he is really just a little ball of energy, a little muscular packed individual who, when he's out there, gives Coach McCracken a lot of firepower as far as bursts of energy up and down the floor.
Holden makes the first foul shot. It's now 22-17. Wildwood on top, 3:56 to go first half.
That's just the third free throw by either team. Actually, all 3 free throws by Patrick Holden. No one else has yet to get to the stripe.
Second free throw by Holden is good. 22-18 now. Here's McGrath on the wing for Wildwood. Flips it to Juarez. Juarez passes across. Here's Marrow for 3. That's short. And the rebound's going to go against McGrath over the back of Holden.
Wildwood personal foul number 32, Max McGrath. His first, team's 5th.
And as they just said, it foul on Max McGrath. His first. The Warriors with 5 team fouls. 3:40 to play here in the first half. It's 22-18. Wildwood High on top.
Kamar Matthews with it. About 25 feet from the basket. Goes to Cottrell. Cottrell on the floor. Flips it over to Moore. Stolen away by Flanders, but he couldn't keep it in bounds. As the ball ends up in the hands of former Lower Cape May head coach Pat Holden, the father of the player Pat Holden. And the interesting thing is, buddy, if anybody saw the elder Pat Holden play, he was in range there.
Absolutely.
He was in range from that spot on the bench.
That Pat Holden thought when he pulled into the parking lot in the bus he was in range.
Here's Sarasi, fakes a 3, driving to the left elbow to Cottrell, backs away at the top of the key. Kicks in the corner, Sarasi for 3, knocked it down. And now it's a 1-point game, 22-21, with Wildwood holding that advantage and has the basketball.
And again, Brian, Lower Cape May doing a good job offensively of taking their time and working the ball around.
Flanders misses badly, an 18-footer. Holden running, stolen from behind by Flanders. Flanders pushing center of the floor. Flanders down the lane, spins, but lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds. Turnover, Lower Cape May.
And now Wildwood wants a timeout. Warriors lead 22-21, 2:47 to go in the first half. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
It is a full timeout taken by the Warriors.
All right, back at Holy Spirit High School, Seagull Classic, Wildwood 22, Lower Cape May 21. 2:47 to go in the first half. It's been a game of runs so far, or at least a second quarter of runs anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been, the good thing about it, which has made it a good game, they've been short spurt type runs.
Right.
A 6-0 run, you know, a 4-0 run, then the other team comes right back at them. So that's why it's a 1-point game.
Lower led by 1 after the first quarter. Wildwood went up by 7. But now Lower fights right back. They're down just 1, and they have the basketball out of the timeout. Here's Moore. Trying to spin into the lane on Flanders. Couldn't do it. Sarasi got away with a travel there. And now it's Moore in the corner. That ball may have been tipped momentarily out of Sarasi's hands, which then obviously when he drug his foot, it wasn't a travel because he didn't have possession of the ball before he got it back. Here's Sarasi in the corner. He drives, he kicks. Moore fakes a pass, fires a 3, and knocks it down.
And I'll tell you what, Lower Cape May showing balance in their three-point shooting.
And here is Kion Flanders to the basket, and he is fouled by Pat Holden trying to take a charge. And Flanders is so slippery when he starts going to the basket.
His body control is absolutely incredible. You know, Brian, we talk about that a lot with a lot of different types of players, a lot of players that are truly gifted. He really has an ability, as you said. He's kind of slippery, and he can slip through what we don't even think is a sliver of light in there to get to the rim, and to then do it and draw a foul.
Flanders missed the first foul shot. 1:53 to go before halftime. Lower by 2. Second free throw is good. Flanders now picks up Holden. Sarasi for 3. Bang. Wildwood's got to change its personnel, buddy, and this is where the absence of Will Long is hurting. Lower Cape May's got 4 guards on the floor, and Wildwood's got 3 forwards, and they just can't match up. And now they turn the ball over.
And that's a good point, and you're absolutely correct. When Lower Cape May goes small, and then when they go small and they're hitting these shots from the outside and spreading a bigger team and a slower group of players like Wildwood right now has on the floor, that's not a recipe for success. Lower Cape May's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different players that have hit 3-pointers here in this first half.
Here's Holden left side, working against Flanders. Top of the lane, kicks to Moore. Moore goes to Angelov, back to Moore. Lower being very patient. Last couple of sets. Sarasi down low. Great pass. Layup is good by Cottrell. And now it's Lower by 6.
Less than a minute to go in the first half.
And this was 22-21. Wildwood on top.
This is a 14-1 run by Lower right now. Wildwood had been up 22-15. So it's a 14-1 run. Tomlin had it taken right out of his hands by Holden. Holden running to the basket. Layup no good. Tried to draw contact. Offensive rebound by Lower Cape May's Cottrell. Angelov for 3. Bang!
Wow. And I'll tell you what, under 30 seconds to go, but Scott McCracken is almost got to be, that's what he needed. He needed his senior leader, Kion Flanders, to drive hard to the basket and get a stop, meaning he got the clock to stop because he drew a foul. Wildwood was not winning the battle, racing up and down the floor right now, not the way Lower Cape May shooting the ball.
Yeah, and it's just, it's you know, and again, without having it in front of us, you know, the foul situation, Flanders missed the first foul shot. I just can't believe that, you know, Lower Cape May has 4 guards on the floor and Wildwood has 3 forwards, and they just can't match up defensively.
And Lower Cape May is 7 for 13 from beyond the arc here in the first half. 15 seconds to go. It's 32-24. Lower with the ball. And they get it back out to the general. 8 seconds. Pat Holden.
Holden working against Flanders. Kicks. 3 ball by Moore. Bang! At the buzzer. Wow. Lower Cape May finishes the half on a 20-2 run, and they lead 35-24 going into halftime. We'll take a break. Back with the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast WCZT.
Get 50 tickets are on sale throughout the gym.
Adam, give us 4 minutes on this. 4 minutes, please.
50 tickets, you also
4 minutes.
I don't know if that's still in play or not, Jenna, as she moves around the gym, selling 50.
Martin Angelov has hit 3 threes. He has 11 points. Zach Sarasi, Pat Holden each with 8. Pat Moore with 6. Aaron Cottrell with 2 for Lower Cape May. For Wildwood, Tyler Tomlin hit 3 threes in the first half. He has 11 points. Kion Flanders with 9 and 4 for Donnie Rexepi. And 35-24, Lower Cape May leads Wildwood at the break.
And, you know, Brian, when you look at the stat sheet, I mean, relatively the stats are even, except for the shooting percentage. Lower Cape May has 14 total rebounds. Wildwood has 13. Wildwood's turned it over 7 times. Lower Cape May's turned it over 6 times. And when you look at, the breakdown of off of turnovers, each team has scored 10 in the paint. Wildwood 10, Lower Cape May 8. But here's the big telling, and basically this is the difference in the game.
Right.
The bench scoring.
Yeah, 11 bench points for Lower Cape May, and again, as Buddy mentioned at the top, Wildwood a little short-handed with Will Long turned an ankle in practice the other day, so he is not playing in this game tonight. And he's normally a starter for Wildwood, and he's a kid that I guess he's been averaging in the 8 to 10 points per game. And then obviously you got to take a sub, put him in the starting lineup. It leaves you a little bit thin.
And Will Long, much to Coach Scott McCracken's credit, and Will Long's improvement as he gets more playing time, Brian. We have seen, from the beginning of this season through the Christmas tournament, him really step up his game on the offensive end of the floor, where he's been able to knock down, a three-pointer here and there. But when he gets the ball inside, he's able to score the basketball, and that's something. And also being a part of the offense, he's a guy that can catch and can pass. So when you're not very deep, and you take out a key component like that, it's going to, unfortunately tonight, it's where someone needs to step up. And it doesn't have to necessarily be one player. 2 different players can step up and fill those shoes. But right now, that's what Coach Scott McCracken and his staff, assistant coaches Johnny Green and Bobby Maholland, that's what they got to figure out. And they got to challenge somebody wearing that maroon jersey. Who's going to pick up the slack and help out Kion and the only other 2 guys that are scoring, which is Rexepi and Flanders
and Tomlin.
All
right, we're going to take a 30-second break. Back with the second half right after this. High school basketball, 98.7 The Coast.
We have a water issue over at the radio table.
John Rodeo, if you can report to the announcers table. John Rodeo to the announcers table, please. It will be Lower Cape May possession to start the third quarter.
All right, we are back at Holy Spirit High School Seagull Classic. Lower Cape May a 35-24 lead, and they will have the basketball to start the second half. Not only did Buddy Tarbotton warm up the microphone for stadium announcer Dennis Smith, now he's got Dennis taking orders from him.
Hey, well, it's like a drive-through here, And that's what we got John Rodeo here for on roller skates.
Wildwood starts in a 1-3-1 defense against Lower Cape May here. Ball in the corner, Angelov. Now it's Holden. Angelov now for 3. Bang. Great look from Cottrell out to Angelov. And Lower Cape May is 9 for 16 on 3-point attempts right now.
And I'll tell you what, the role players on this Lower Cape May, that's why this team's 6-1. These guys buy into their roles and what they need to do on this team to be successful. And Aaron Cottrell just showed he got the ball in down low, had nothing there, did a little pump fake move, bang, ripped it back out to his teammate who knocked down a 3.
So it's Lower by 14. There's Tomlin in the corner for Wildwood. Sarasi took it right out of his hands. Stolen away by Lower Cape May, and they're threatening right now to kind of bury Wildwood here. Holden down the lane, and he is fouled by Rexepi. And he'll get 2 shots.
And that personal foul on Donnie Rexepi, the senior.
Fouls on Donnie Rexepi. That's his first.
That's his first team foul here in the second half.
It's kind of hard to believe, buddy, that about a minute and a half into the second quarter, Wildwood had a 7-point lead in this game, and now with just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, Lower Cape May's up 14 with Pat Holden at the line. Holden missed the first. He'll get another.
And Brian, as you said, Wildwood led 22-15.
Right.
It's now 38-24. And at one point, when Coach Scott McCracken took a timeout, it was 22-21. His team with the ball and a 1-point lead. But that being said, this Lower Cape May team has done a great job defensively, and the way they're shooting the ball tonight, 9 of 15 from beyond the arc, pretty impressive.
Holden actually missed both foul shots. That's something you won't see often. And if this was a Sixers game, buddy, you'd have a free Frosty.
No DQ.
We have another steal by Lower Cape May and a foul on Wildwood.
Wildwood personal fouls, number 3, timeout Marrow, his second.
Marrow picks up his second personal foul. And it's going to be the second personal foul against Wildwood High here in the second half. 6:36 to play here in the third quarter. Lower Cape May on top, 38-24. As Brian has said, they trailed 22-15.
Yeah, now we have another whistle as the clock never started after the ball was put in play. So now we have to reset here.
No truth to the rumor that maybe Coach Scott McCracken was giving out gift sets to the scorers table to slow it down a little bit.
Right, yeah, when you're down 14, you need as much time as you can. 6.5 to go third quarter. Lower Cape May with that 14-point lead and the basketball. And now this is where Lower Cape May, buddy, can be lethal. With all those guards that can handle the ball, they spread you out, take their time. And, they kind of, if they're doing it correctly and being patient, they kind of force you to gamble defensively. And that's when the back door opens. And there's one right there, Holden for 3. That goes in and out as a Wildwood player gambled for a steal. And Holden got a wide open 3 look out of it. Here's Flanders at the basket, no good. Rebound batted around. Matthews with it, spins, jump hook is good. 12-point game now, 5:45 to go. Third quarter. Here's Holden against Matthews. Holden kicks. Sarasi thought about a 3. Kicks it back to Angelov. There's a 3 from Holden, and it's good.
3-point baskets.
And again, 41-26, 5:20 to play here in the third quarter. Lower Cape May now with a 15-point lead.
It's tough, bud, when we're doing a radio broadcast. We get handed water at the same time. We're both so thirsty. We both want to take a drink. Somebody's got to talk. Lower Cape May gambled for a steal, and then we have a foul. I believe this is going to be called against Pat Moore.
And Pat Moore has done a very good job tonight. That's his first.
His first.
And it's going to be the first team foul here in the second half against Lower Cape May.
I'm going to take a sip here, bud.
Absolutely. And you just refereed a game before getting on this game, so I get, not an issue. We're just sharing the love there, Joe. Joe Fussner is constantly turning around, wondering what we're talking about. We need to get him a set of headphones.
He's wondering if this is a radio broadcast or a circus. That's the problem. Here's Wildwood with the basketball, trailing by 15. Flanders, fall-away jumper. That's a tough shot from the left elbow, but he knocked it down. Flanders might be the best bad shot maker in the area, buddy. Because he's so adept at squaring his shoulders while he's in the air. Speaking of squared shoulders, Angelov for 3, but he missed it. He hasn't missed many of them this game. Tomlin goes over to Rexepi on the right wing in the corner. Here's Matthews for 3. That's off the iron, no good. Good weak side rebound by Kenny Rivera. Trying to back in, and they call him for a double dribble. I think what happened was he dribbled, fumbled the ball, went and picked it up, and then dribbled again. That is a double dribble. Pat Moore, center of the floor. Lower by 13. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Sarasi in the corner. Angelov for 3. Off the iron, no good. Pat Holden called for a push on the rebound.
That was an easy call for the official.
Regional personal fouls, Church
as he put two hands in the back of Kenyo Rivera, did Patrick Holden, and he got caught. That is his first personal foul. Sorry, it's his second personal foul. And first team foul here in the second half against Lower Cape May.
Flanders to the basket and a foul. Flanders wanted to lay that ball off the glass, buddy. He took a bump from Aaron Cottrell, and as I was saying earlier, he then knew he couldn't do the traditional layup, and he squared his shoulders and floated it in from 2 feet, and will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play.
And what the bump did, the bump took his angle away, as you call. And with that great body control and the way he can twist and turn in the air and square his shoulders to the basket, he was able to get that nice gentle lay-in. And I'll tell you what, a nice little run right now by Wildwood is they're down now 41-30. Flanders at the line with an attempt to finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I mean, this game started getting away from Wildwood. I believe Lower was up maybe 15 earlier in this period. You know, if Wildwood could get it down to single digits, you know, before the start of the fourth, they'd be happy. And with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's back to a 10-point game here. Here's Angelov, bounces to Sarasi. The layup is good. Lower passing ahead against the pressure.
Well, that's not going to get you back in the game, obviously. You cannot trade baskets, and you got to get back on defense.
Matthews for three in the corner. That's no good. Rebound Sarasi. Got it out to Holden. Holden backs away. Didn't have numbers. Goes right side to Pat Moore. Down low to Matthews, to a cutting Holden. Shot up rejected. Rebound Rivera. Got it ahead to Flanders, and Flanders lays it up and in. Good outlet pass by Rivera.
Yeah, that was a good, smart defensive play by Rivera.
Now we're going to have an offensive foul called against Lower Cape May. I think this is going to go against Sarasi.
I think they're going to get him for an illegal screen, trying to free up teammate.
No, it's Pat Holden. Yeah, for the foul. That's his third. He's going to come out of the game.
And that's two quick fouls. And again, Lower Cape May was up 15. Now they're up 10. Wildwood has the ball. So in a matter of minutes, not only did they lose that 5 points of that 15-point lead, but Patrick Holden picked up his second and third foul. That changes the complexity.
Deontay Miles, who's the younger brother of Kion Flanders, has checked into the game. He just missed a three. We talk about that all the time on 98.7 The Coast, buddy. You can't come off the bench and jack a three on your first touch. Kamar Matthews, great move in the paint, nearly finished it and got fouled.
No, that's basketball 101. And especially a freshman coming in the first time you touch the ball here tonight, and you're going to launch a three from deep in the corner. That's not a good idea. And Komar Matthews will go to the line to shoot two, as they are going to call that foul on Donnie Rexepi, his second, team's fourth here in the second half.
Uh-oh. I believe we have an issue at the scorer's table, buddy. We're going to have a technical foul called against Wildwood. Deontay Miles was not in the scorebook. So it's now Lower Cape May is going to get 4 free throws and the basketball. And the officials come together. And they're discussing this here.
Yes, they are discussing it, and the Wildwood coaching staff is discussing it amongst themselves. But one of those guys has got to pick that up. So a coach has got to be responsible for that, and you can't blame that on a manager or student manager.
Matthews misses the first. This is the regular common foul. The lane is clear because we have a technical foul to follow, and I would imagine Angelov will walk to the line. Matthews misses both. Yeah, we did get the clarification from Pat Killian, the official, that Deontay Miles was not in the book, so that is a technical foul. Angelov to the line. He makes the first.
Another administrative technical foul shot.
And he'll shoot the second here. And that one's also good, and Lower's going to have possession. Sometimes we're going to watch Martin Angelo for 4 years here, buddy. I don't even know why they shoot the free throws when he goes to the line. They're like automatic.
And it's pretty impressive when you send the freshman to the foul line.
Yeah.
You know, over one of the best free throw shooters in South Jersey in Patrick Holden. But
yeah,
he's 3 for 6 today.
And Holden's on the bench, but you could have brought him in as a sub to shoot the free throws if you wanted to.
But we saw that in a crucial situation against Cape May Tech at the PBA tip-off.
Lower by 12 with the basketball. Sarasi right side against Miles. Now here is Moore. Moore goes back to Sarasi. Swung out to Angelov. Here's Cottrell. Cottrell holding. Still holding. Got it to Sarasi. Sarasi kicks to Matthews. Matthews, couple of dribbles, spins, jump hook. Got the friendly roll.
Yeah, come on, Matthews. Nice little jump hook spin move there in the lane.
Markel Matthews gets right to the basket and lays it in for Wildwood.
Well, that's what Markel Matthews needs to do if he wants to score for this team and be an impact, not shoot three-pointers. He needs to use that explosiveness that he has and get to the basket.
Trapped in the corner with Sarasi. Lower calls a timeout. 2:02 to go third quarter. 47-35. Lower on top. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
30-second timeout.
Just a 30. Just a 30.
Last call, 50-50s.
No, Nate Lopez got the, He plays for Tech. Yes. .202 to go third quarter. Lower Cape May 47, Wildwood 35. Live on 98.7 The Coast and on video at Coast Sports Today. And we have a warning, a delay of game warning on Wildwood for encroaching on the sideline on this inbound. So I said lower by 12, they have the ball. They get it into Pat Moore. Here's Angelov, right side to Sarasi. Sarasi flips it back to Holden. Back in the game with 3 fouls. Cottrell. Bounces to Holden, right side.
Well, and again, Brian, right now, Lower with the ball, running a little bit of their spread offense. I think Scott Holden, the coach, is thinking, I'll put Pat back in, and with the intention of taking time off the clock, not necessarily looking to take a quick shot, then have to play defense.
Here is Holden as they spread the floor. And now they throw it over to Cottrell. And Rexepi is laying off him, and now Scott McCracken doing the right thing, telling him, you got to come up and pressure him. Here's Holden now on the right wing against Matthews. Flips it back out to Moore, swung to Angelov. Here's a pass nearly tipped and stolen away. This is going to go off of, we're going to say Wildwood and out of bounds.
Well, I think that's one of those, they could have called a foul on Wildwood, or you give the ball back to Lower and don't call anything and let the game play on. I think Matthews was definitely guilty of trying to go through Holden to get to that ball.
Holden a baseline drive, gets to the basket, lays it up and in. Markel Matthews should be quick enough to take away the baseline there, and he didn't.
Well, again, Patrick Holden just showing that quick first step of his.
Matthews to the basket, misses a wild shot, no good. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Lower with a 14-point lead in the ball. Here's Moore. Right side to Cottrell.
Wildwood was up 11 at the half, now up 14, 30 seconds left, third quarter.
Lower Cape May, that is.
Excuse me.
Holden holding the basketball as there's no count. Now he gets a count, puts it on the floor, picks up his dribble, got it over to Angelov, gets a return pass, bounces back to Angelov. Angelov goes to Cottrell. Cottrell right to the basket. Good ball fake, kicks out. Sarasi for 3, bang!
3-point basket by Zach Sarasi.
5 seconds to go. Here's Flanders down the lane, lost it. Holden will pull up for 3, nearly made it at the third quarter buzzer.
Reached the end of 3 quarters of play.
Lower Cape May in control, 52-35 as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
Each game, a top crop player of the game will be selected. Top crop is one of the East Coast premier distributors, Supermarket Quality Fresh Produce.
Joe, are you
Remember,
putting
when you shop, it's top crop.
Yeah, and one of them won't be the box score that I want.
Wildwood possesses.
All right, back at Holy Spirit, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbott, and 52-35. Lower Cape May on top of Wildwood. Lower Cape May is 11 for 22 on 3-point attempts in this game. And they have 4 players who've made at least 2 threes. Martin Angelov has 4 threes, and he has 16 points in the game. Here's Wildwood with the basketball. Down 17 to start the fourth quarter. Dante Miles, the freshman, younger brother of Kion Flanders. And now it's Markel Matthews. Matthews driving, takes a bump, tough shot, no good. Long rebound is tipped out. Sarasi to the basket, layup. Got it, and a foul.
And one, wow.
And Sarasi did the smart thing, buddy. He actually slowed up and allowed Matthews to bump into him to commit the foul. And now Sarasi will go to the line for one shot. That Sarasi has 15 points in this game. And he's shooting 6 for 9 from the floor.
Well, the senior guard is really showing a solid floor game again here tonight, Brian. He gives Scott Holden another player out there that he can trust with the ball in his hands.
Rex Epi, a quick 3. That's good. I don't know if it was the greatest shot, but Wildwood needs points, and they'll take those. It's 55-38, Lower on top. Angelov goes to Bonner in the corner. Back to Angelov. Angelov doubled. And Lower Cape May is granted a timeout. With 7:11 to go in the fourth, 55-38, Lower with the lead. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
Timeout, Lower Cape May, it's a full. Taken by the Caper Tigers.
All right, back at Holy Spirit High School Seagull Classic. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbott and Matt Ulmer on the video. 7:11 to go in the fourth. Lower Cape May leads at 55-38 over Wildwood.
And I'll tell you right now, Brian, it's Lower Cape May playing very smart with the basketball, as well as limiting Wildwood to one shot. But Lower Cape May's just doing a good job coming down, taking their time, working the ball around, and getting the shot that they want.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time Lower took a bad shot. I don't know if they took a bad shot in this game. Here's Sarasi in the corner, goes back to Moore. Moore goes to Holden. And I think we had a stoppage for some reason. I wonder if the official was checking a Lower Cape May player for blood on his uniform.
I think that's what he was talking to Zach Sarasi, and that's what he was checking, the official at that time.
Determined there is no blood. Obviously, Sarasi would have had to go out of the game if that were the case to get that cleaned up, or change his uniform, which he's allowed to do. Here's a pass, a bad one by Holden. But Sarasi hustles down the floor and tips it right back to Holden.
Now, that turnover right there is just the second of the second half against Lower Cape May. They played that entire third quarter with just
great save by Pat Moore there.
Just one turnover.
Moore, dribble drive, kick. Sarasi fakes a three, and he is fouled. And I believe Kion Flanders may have been close to getting a technical foul there. Oh, we do have a technical foul called. I don't know what is the technical. There was no whistle for the technical. I don't know if something was said, but we have a technical foul has been whistled against Wildwood, and Lower Cape May is going to get 2 shots and the basketball back.
Up 17 points here in the fourth quarter. 6:25 to play. And it's 55-38, and again, the freshman Angelov goes to the line.
Yeah, we expected this game, buddy, to be decided in the last 2 minutes, and Lower Cape May with its shooting. And then, honestly, Wildwood's been a little undisciplined in this game. And it's been a great recipe for Lower Cape May and a toxic mix for Wildwood.
I think now we can safely say that we have seen Martin Angelov shoot 6 technical fouls.
He's made all 6 without hitting the rim.
That was going to be my point.
That's this season, not tonight. He's had 2 sets of technicals tonight. One was administrative for a number not being in the book for Wildwood. Lower by 18, 6 minutes to go. Angelov for 3. That one's short. Rebound, that's going to go against Lower Cape May, that foul. And Wildwood will have possession.
57-38, Lower Cape May on top, 6:03 to play. We are at Holy Spirit High School. It is the new Seagull Classic, a 3-day event that was cut down to 2 due to the weather. It'll be today and tomorrow.
Rex Heppy hits another 3. But it's still a 16-point game with 5:50 to go. Here's Moore for Lower Cape May. Across the division line, takes it to the right wing. Pass stolen away by Flanders. Flanders on the run, lobs it ahead to Tomlin. Moore tipped it out of bounds. Flanders got the ball tipped, and to prevent a walking violation, he had to throw it ahead. And you know, talk about being out of sync. Wildwood had 2 players running to the same spot on that break. They were fortunate that they didn't turn it over. Flanders to inbound, got it to Matthews. Matthews bowling his way in, off the glass and in. Here's Holden. Got it up to Angelov. Angelov to the basket. No good. Rebound brought down by Matthews. Matthews pushing for Wildwood. Matthews fakes and is fouled. I'm going to call that foul on Holden. That's going to be his 4th. Matthews needed to give that ball up to Flanders. I mean, you know, I don't understand what Wildwood's doing offensively here. There are too many sets where Kion Flanders doesn't even touch the ball.
So fouls number 42, Aaron Cottrell, his 4th, team 6th.
And an instance right there, you know, Markel Matthews, as you said, give the ball up, then run, get ahead of it, be a part of the break, be part of the decoy.
Quite frankly, that foul was a gift. That should have been a turnover on Wildwood. Inbounds pass is tipped out of bounds.
And Matthews promptly gets taken out of the game and sat between 2 assistant coaches to be talked to. And I'm sure, Brian, they're talking to him about what you just talked about. You know, you have to be able to recognize the ball has got to get into Kion Flanders' hands.
Flanders is bumped and fouled by Cade Bonner. Bonner thought he hedged out well, but they call a blocking foul.
Personal fouls number 33.
I mean, there's certain players, particularly in our county, that when you have the opportunity to pass ahead and get them the ball, Patrick Holden's one of them. Kion Flanders is one of them. Caleb Fields is one of them. You know, you got to give these guys the ball.
Flanders missed the front end of the 1-and-1, but the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Lower Cape May.
Markel Matthews back in the lineup for Wildwood.
Juarez to inbound the ball. And he flips it out to Matthews. Matthews pounds the right-hand dribble. picks up his dribble, goes cross court to Max McGrath. Driving, kicking. Matthews straight ahead three. That spins in and out. Rebound brought down by Sarasi. And now here's Holden. Over to Sarasi. Back to Holden. Kicked out. Cade Bonner, little 8-footer, no good. That's not a good shot there. Here's Wildwood running. Matthews kicks. Flanders fakes a three. Splits a double team and is fouled.
And again, Wildwood now trailing by 14, trying to make a run, trying to get back into this game. And one of the ways you have to do that is you got to get to the foul line. And getting to the foul line stops the clock, gives you an opportunity to put points on the board to cut into the deficit that your team has. But on the other end, you got to limit Lower Cape May to one shot, or preferably don't allow them a shot, get a defensive turnover. But right now,
we have a double lane violation has just been called against Markel Matthews and Cade Bonner. This will negate the 1-and-1 free throw. The ball will go to the possession arrow, and Lower Cape May will get the ball. No, actually, it's not going to be a double violation. It's going to be a double foul. So a double foul is called. That is point of interruption. So Kion Flanders will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1, and now we have McGrath coming into the game on a sub to replace Matthews.
And number 12, Markel Matthews, picks up his fourth. Team's 8th.
Flanders knocks down the first. He'll get another. Mike Juarez came flying in from outside the three-point line, and he could have been called for a violation there, and he was just talked to by the official. Aaron Cottrell steps into the game for Lower Cape May. Cade Bonner goes out. Second free throw by Flanders is good. So it's back to a 12-point game. Lower was up 18 at one point.
And there's still a lot of time.
Yeah, they get it up to Holden. 4.5 to go. Oh, great pass. Karasi's layup is good.
Karasi from Holden.
Well, again, there's a lot of time left, but you cannot keep trading baskets, especially ones that easy.
One of the holes, here's Rex Epi for three. If he shot that from any further, he would have been sitting in our lap. And that was short, and Lower Cape May with the rebound. One of the problems with that pressure defense for Wildwood, where they've been susceptible over the years, buddy, is they do not track back well after they gamble in that press. And if you pass ahead, you can get numbers going forward. Here's Holden. Out to Moore as Lower Cape May spreads the floor. Angelov pounding the dribble. Goes to Sarasi, and you got a lot of bad matchups out here. You have Juarez and McGrath trying to guard guards. And Wildwood actually has Tyler Tomlin guarding Aaron Cottrell. They need to do a defensive switch somehow and get Tomlin on one of these Lower Cape May guards. Angelov got it to Cottrell. Now it's Sarasi in the corner, behind the back pass to Moore, over to Cottrell. Cottrell kicks out. Angelov for three, bang! Timeout, Lower Cape May. They lead it again by 17, 62-45, 3:11 to go, fourth quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Lower Cape May, and it's a full timeout taken by the game.
Just a 30.
It's time to take out your 50-50 tickets. We have the announcement of the winning
So Wildwood 3-3.
The number is 537. Again, 5377 343.
Packet Holy Spirit, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Lower Cape May is comfortably ahead here, 62-45 over Wildwood, 3:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Martin Angelov has 5 3-pointers in this game, and he has 21 points. Here's Flanders into the lane. Shot up is good.
Kyan Flanders.
And here is Angela for Wildwood. Passes for Lower Cape May. Passes ahead to Sarasi, who lays it in.
Under 3 minutes to go. 2:50 here in the basketball game. And again, Lower Cape May up 17.
Rexepi for 3. That's short. Rebound Sarasi. Got it to Holden, and Holden is fouled. That'll send Pat Holden to the line for a 1-and-1.
Fouls on Michael Juarez, his first.
And Juarez picks up his first personal foul.
Team's ninth.
9th team foul against Wildwood High. And it is as Patrick Holden walks the length of the floor to shoot this 1-and-1. Holden 3 of 6 from the charity stripe here tonight. He missed his last 2. 2:41 to play, 64-47. Wildwood had a chance. They had it cut the lead. The 17-point lead cut to 12 with the ball. Actually, it had to cut to 10.
It had to cut to 10 late in the third quarter.
And then unable to get any closer. And to Lower Cape May's credit, Brian, they came down, took time off the clock, played smart.
Here's the other thing. Holden made the first, missed the second, and Wildwood, with no Lower Cape May players along the lane spaces, nobody checks out the shooter, and the rebound goes right back to Holden, and he gets fouled. But, you look at the top 2 scorers from Wildwood, Kyan Flanders and Tyler Tomlin. They simply haven't even taken a lot of shots in this second half.
No.
Team over double bonus limits.
No,
let alone score a lot of points. I mean, there's been shots by a lot of secondary players that, quite frankly, shouldn't be taking a lot of shots.
And that's a very good point because as of the end of 3 quarters of play, you had Tyler Tomlin taking 7 total shots and Flanders 12.
Here is Holden. They're calling this a 1-and-1. There seems to be a discrepancy about whether there's 9 fouls or 10. In terms of that, it doesn't matter because Holden knocks down the first.
And what we're hearing from some little scuttlebutt is the administrative technical foul did not get charged as a team foul.
Here is Wildwood. Trailing by 20 now with 2.5 to go. Flanders right side. Good pass to Rexepi, but he didn't have his hands ready. And now Sarasi came up with the loose ball but fell down, so that's a traveling violation. Wildwood to inbound. Flanders was lobbing it to Rexepi, who didn't even react to it, and the ball was turned over.
Well, needless to say, it has been one of those nights for the Warriors. An inbounds play to nobody.
Holden to Angelov. Stolen away by Rexepi. Here's Flanders, center of the floor. Flanders down the lane, goes around a man, but misses the layup. Pat Moore, the rebound for Lower Cape May. We're inside 2 minutes. Here's Holden. Got it up to Durham, who missed the layup.
Good ball movement again. Lower Cape May passing ahead, not wasting dribbles, but Dave Durham, the recipient of an easy layup, unable to finish.
Kenny Rivera knocks down a 3.
Kenny Rivera.
67-50. Lower on top, they have the basketball. 1.5 to go. Holden down the lane. Nice jump stop. Floater is no good, though. Kept alive the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Dave Durham, and Wildwood will have it.
Wildwood possession.
Here is Tyler Tomlin. Left side, Rexepi. Rexepi down the lane. No good, but a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Coach Scott Holden yelling to his players, come on, step in front of him. That was just a lazy foul. Very easy play would have been because Rexepi left from deep inside the lane, but Dave Durham chose to just reach. Therefore, he fouls him. Rick Seppi goes to the line. He misses the first free throw. He'll get one more.
Here's Moore to inbound for Lower Cape May. 1:15 to go, Lower by 15. Holden lobs it ahead to Sarasi, passed across to Kabar Matthews, and the layup is good.
And again, not wasting dribbles. Lower Cape May passing ahead, playing hot potato, and they get Komar Matthews on the left block for a wide open layup.
Flanders foul line area, doubled, lost the basketball, goes out of bounds off of Lower Cape May.
53 seconds left to play in this game. It's 69-52, Lower Cape May on top. Lower Cape May going to advance, pick up their 7th win.
Bad pass stolen away by Holden. We have a jump ball possession to Lower Cape May. 44 seconds to play. Lower 69-52. They're on top. Inbound pass stolen away by Tomlin. He lays it up and in. Here's Matthews. Double teamed. Got it to Angelov. Angelov is fouled by Rexepi. And good sportsmanship by Rexepi as Rexepi and Angelov both hit the deck, and Rexepi pulls up the freshman, and Martin Angelov will walk down to make 2 foul shots, buddy.
Yeah, Martin.
He doesn't miss many of them.
No, he does not. He does not. And again, that was Tyler Tomlin with that basket, and that was his first basket since the first half. He was 4 of 7 at halftime. Did not get a shot off or shot attempt in that third quarter. And again, that's one of the reasons why Wildwood High is trailing 71-54.
Tomlin, left wing baseline jumper, left wing jumper, no good. Rivera tips it up and in. 71-56. Angelov did, by the way, make both those foul shots down the other end. Moore gets it up across the timeline, and looks like Wildwood will not foul, and Lower Cape May will not take a shot. 71-56. Finishing touches of this victory for Lower Cape May. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back right after this on 98.7 The Coast.
56.